Hey guys, it's me SK. I'm going to be going over macros on Enhancement Shamans, so bear with me. I'll do my best to be as brief and descriptive as possible. First macro I'm going to be covering will be a one-shot macro. This one-shot macro actually helps to not only do a lot of damage, but it also helps to heal me as well, because I have, as you'll see here, Ancestral Guidance put into it as well. This is actually my dueling macro. I don't have Bloodlust in this one, because when you duel people they kind of get mad if you pop Bloodlust, so make sure you have two macros if you duel a lot. The other one has the Bloodlust for like if I'm in a regular BG or out in the world. I pop that, Elemental Totem, Fire Elemental, Ancestral Guidance, Elemental Mastery, Tyrannical Gauntlets because I'm an engineer, and Blood Fury and Ascendance. Now you can switch the Gladiator link gauntlets with your badge, /use badge, so either way, works really well. And that'll drop somebody pretty quick and keep you alive. Next thing I want to cover is my Mouseover macro. Now my Mouseover macro, as you'll see here, is to where anything that I mouse over, it will actually wind shear. I'm going to close this for a second. Say I'm DPSing this guy. I don't want to lose my DPS on this guy. I want to keep burning him, but this healer is getting ready to pop off a big hill. I can see it wind sheared that guy, even though I'm still on this guy. That is a nice Mouseover macro. Comes in very handy for arenas, just about anything. You know, you want to keep those healers in check. So next thing I want to cover is my Mouseover Purge macro, which, as you can see, is as far as the build of it, it's exactly the same as the Focus, except, you know, it has the Purge in it. Works the same way. I can purge anyone that I mouse over and, you know, keybind my, use my keybind for it. So that way I don't actually have to lose my target on who I'm DPSing, and I can still purge people around me. Next one I want to go over is my Cleanse Spirit macro. This is a must, especially in arenas. I've got two, because I usually run like threes, and the one's for my healer, so it'll /cast Optimist, Cleanse Spirit. You know, that way I can just cleanse him if he gets frogged or something. And then I've got another one for my DPS on my team. That way I can cleanse him if need be. This way I don't actually have to target him. I don't have to target and then keybind. I just keybind, you know, to their name. And just make sure you put their name in here. The next one I'm going to be going over is my Symbiosis macro. That is a very good macro. What I'll do is it works off of a focus. So when I go into an RBG or an arena, I always try to set one person to be my focus, and that person is the one that I'll be, you know, using this on. And that way I can continue DPSing and bursting, just like most of my other macros, on the person I'm fighting, and I don't have to worry about targeting somebody and then, you know, casting Symbiosis. And you can also mouse over Frost Shock, things like that. So works out really well. And I do have another Symbiosis, just a regular button that I can use, you know, doesn't have to be a focus. You need to have both though. If you're going to run a focus, you need to have one that's not a focus. That way if you, situationally, if you have to do it to somebody else, you can. So just keep that in mind. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. I actually just developed this one today. Basically what this does is, say you're casting Lightning Bolt, right? And you didn't have 5 stacks of Maelstrom, but you've already hit the cast, you know, so there's no way you can really, you know, stop it. Used to, you could, you know, if you were standing there and then you moved, it stopped it. Well, that doesn't work anymore. So what this allows me to do is, if I accidentally hit it, I can shut it off real quick by hitting the button again, you know. So that works out really well. So keep in mind that this is for those premature eruptions that you might have before Maelstrom. Yeah. But anyway, we tend to all have those premature moments. Anyway, then I've got my Focus Hex macro. It works just like the Symbiosis macro, except it's a Hex. You know, I continue DPS, and if I'm, you know, on this guy, I'm burning him down, you know, I can also turn around and Hex at the same time without losing any DPS. I can continue total DPS on this guy to maximize DPS, and I can still Hex, you know, the healer or whoever I have on focus. And the next one I want to go over is my healing partners. It works the same way as the cleansing, except it targets its healing surge. You know, I'll put their name right in here of who I want to heal, and then when I get 5 stacks of Maelstrom, if I see that they're low, instead of casting a lightning bolt or a elemental blast or anything like that, I can heal them, you know, and usually heals for about 80 to 100k. It's pretty nasty. Crits about 140k, so depending on how you're glyphed and spec'd. So that's kind of how that one works. And then the last one that I really want to go over is the Earth Elemental macro. This Earth Elemental macro, let me check here. Yeah, you click it once and you click it again, and the whole time it's up, you receive 10% more healing and damage done reduced by 20%. Now the neat thing about this is, if you look, it'll last for 46 seconds. You know, that's pretty beast. So for 46 seconds, unless they get smart and kill the totem, you're taking a lot less damage. So that's pretty much all the macros. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, and yeah, like the video, put it out there. There's not a lot of enhancement videos, and I'm really trying to put more and more videos out there for informational purposes. As soon as arenas and RBGs open up, I'll be making RBG and arena videos as well, different comps, things like that of that nature. So, and how well enhancement works with certain other classes. So, well, you guys take care. I'll catch you later. Late.